Excuse me, can I ask you, how much did you pay in the store? How much was the candy?
По-русски можно.
По-русски, колко стало та candy?
12 евро.
12 euro. Hello and welcome to the hotspot of tourism in Europe, Prague. And today we're going to talk about a tourist candy that has been popping up all around Europe, in Dubrovnik, Venice, and in Prague. Stores like these can be seen in every major tourist destination, and we would like to talk about what's actually inside the store and what happens when you buy the candy. These stores, and there's many of them around downtown Prague, have different names, different brands, but in general they sell the same stuff. What you or your kid will most likely see from the street are these yellow bananas or red strawberries. Once you put it in your bag and then you put it on the weight, you realize that yes, you pay by weight. And you will find out that for these two pieces, you'll pay 4.6 euros. Got a nail? So you go into these stores, you fill up your bag, you try different candies, you put in gummy bears, you put in different strawberries and bananas. Later to find out that you pay 3.1 euros, not for a kilo, but for 100 grams. In other words, if you would buy a kilo of candy, you'd end up paying 31 euros. And if you have kids, to get to a kilo is not that hard. Just these two pieces were 150 grams, and the bag was pretty much empty, but pricey. I want to keep knocking them. We've actually already made an episode about this way back. It's still up on YouTube, even though the companies were trying to pull it down because they didn't like that we're comparing places. We do this all the time. Many times we've told you that in this mini market you can buy a beer for 4 euros. If you just cross the street into this coffee place, suddenly it's 2 euros. It's our job. That's why we go by the honest guide. And so why we're doing this episode again after a couple of years? Well, because there's so many of these stores popping up, not only in downtown Prague, but in any tourist hotspot destination we go to with Honza, and we see it. And when we see kids dragging their parents inside, I'm just seeing dollars and euros being wasted on candy that has an alternative that we would like to show you today. So what's the first alternative where you can spend 4.6 euros? You can get this, or if you go to a local supermarket, this is what we got in candies. We got different brands, so we're not accused of being sponsored by one of them. We're not, obviously. Some of these kinds of candy we bought in the supermarket, like the hamburgers or the gummy bears, can be found also in the candy stores, but at a different price. For example, this bag of gummy bears that we bought for 2 euros, if you would have bought the same amount, half a kilo, in one of these stores, it would cost you 15 euros. And I'm sure you're saying now, well, yeah, but their candy is like special. They make it somewhere. They don't just buy it in a supermarket and then put it on display. Well, in some stores, that's what we've experienced. They just go to a big department store, buy a lot of candy on sale, dump it in the bags they have on display, and sell it to you at what? 5 times, 7 times the price? We're absolutely not saying all of the stores do it, but we have seen it in many. We understand the benefit of the candy store is that you can mix and match. So you pick this one, you pick this one. So we found another store that also you can go and mix and match. And we bought also candy for 4.8 euros this time, to be exact. And we got a full bag. Actually, we got 2 full bags. Actually, we got 3 full bags of mix and match candy for 4.8 euros. It's 1.5 kilo. It's fair to say that all these tourist candy stores were closed during quarantine. And they could have been open. They're a food store. They were allowed legally to be open, but they were not, only proving the fact that they're aiming only at tourists. And at many of these locations and tourist candy shops, the candy was just sitting there for many, many months, just under a plastic bag. So no wonder it's hard as a rock. So here are your price-wise equal choices, around 4.6 euros each. So it's up to you which way will you go and how much candy will you get for your money. As always, the duo of honest guides in Prague, Honza and Yannick, we try to open your eyes in Prague and give you choices where to go, what to see, and what to buy. We should end this episode on suggesting that you shouldn't eat candy, but you should eat your veggies. You will hate us for this sentence, kids, but your parents will love us. Go veggie! And the Czech word at the end is zelenina, vegetables. Zelenina. I'm allergic to carrots.